right. Well, thanks everyone for joining today. It's really great to see you all here. And perhaps just while the presentation's going, if we can just have our microphones off, that would be great, just so we don't have any interruptions, and hopefully my dogs behave and don't interrupt us either. So for those who are attending the AEGC, I hope you've been enjoying the fantastic keynote presentations so far and been enjoying the virtual conference platform. I know I have. I've been very much looking forward to this honours and awards ceremony, and indeed it will be one of my greatest honours as president. While I would have loved to have presented these awards in person, I'm grateful that we can still all be together online to celebrate these wonderful achievements. Firstly, I'd like to express my immense gratitude to the Honours and Awards Committee, led by Andrew Mutton, who's here today, who promised me a wave when I spotlighted him. A lot of work goes into the preparation of these awards, not to mention the very tough decisions that need to be made when we receive so many outstanding nominations. I'd also like to thank all of those people who went to the effort of nominating and recognising their colleagues, as we wouldn't have these awards without them. I highly encourage everyone to start this practice. The small effort gives a great reward to those who are nominated and awarded, but also to the nominator, and it gives you a very warm, fuzzy feeling. Now, we don't have a lot of time as we're nestled in the lunch break of day one of the AEGC, so let's get straight into it. Next slide, thank you. So the ASEG Gold Medal is awarded from time to time for exceptional and distinguished contributions by a member to the science and practice of geophysics, resulting in wide recognition within the geoscientific community. Next slide, thank you. I have much pleasure in announcing the award of the Gold Medal in 2021 to Dr. Malcolm Katak from Brisbane. This award specifically recognises Mal's exceptional contributions to geophysics in Australia and internationally, through his pioneering work spanning 40 years in the development of a number of new and innovative geophysical exploration technologies that have become internationally established. After graduating with a science degree from University of New England in 1978, Mal worked as a geophysical field hand with Newmont Mining, before returning to UNE in 1981 to undertake a master's degree, analysing the comparison between the performances of commercially available IP receivers. On completion of this MSc, Mal joined the Geophysical Research Institute, or GRI, with John Stanley, who had pioneered high-definition magnetic mapping using a cesium vapor magnetometer with automatic data positioning and digital recording. With his experience in electrical methods, Mal proposed the concept of using the fast sampling magnetometer to simultaneously acquire spatially varying magnetic and time-varying electromagnetic responses. Under John's supervision at the GRI, Mal subsequently undertook a PhD, researching all the basic physics underlying the sub-audiomagnetics, or SAM method. Within the PhD program, Mal confirmed the simultaneous acquisition of the TMI and TFMMR parameters through practical application with case studies. Following John Stanley's retirement in 2006, Mal led the regrouping of the former GRI staff in the formation of GAP Geophysics in Brisbane. Through GAP, Mal has been responsible for bringing to maturity all the technologies pioneered by the GRI. For over 40 years, Mal has been a pioneer of geophysical exploration technologies that have become internationally established as world-leading. His pioneering work and masterful command of the science and technology has been recognised by receiving the ASEG's Grahame Sands Award for Innovation in Applied Geophysics on 3 separate occasions, the Larrick Hawkins Award for Best Paper at the ASEG conference twice, and several Best Paper awards at conferences. Indeed, Mal has received more ASEG awards for excellence in exploration geophysics than any other awardee in our society's 50-year history. In addition to contributing to many innovative technology developments, Mal has successfully established, managed, and operated GAP Geophysics, a geophysical contracting and consulting company providing an invaluable service to the exploration and environmental mapping industries, while continuing to advance an active research and development program. Mal has been an active member and supporter of the ASEG since 1984 and has subsequently participated in almost every ASEG conference as a trade exhibitor and presenter. He has also shared his scientific skills as supervisor of postgraduate students and mentor to his staff. It is my great pleasure to present the ASEG Gold Medal to Malcolm. Malcolm, would you like to say a couple of words?
Yeah, thank you very much, Kate. Firstly, I wedded 40 years ago. It's a little bit surreal, I suppose, to be sitting here after that length of time, and I greatly appreciate those kind words. I feel like my life just flashed before my eyes. Look, firstly, I'd just like to thank my peers for their nomination, and of course the ASEG Awards Committee for considering me for such an award. I feel both incredibly honoured and humbled by it. It's not something that I would have ever expected or felt worthy of. As a young science graduate in the early 80s, I was very much influenced by both Grahame Boyd and John Stanley, whose energy and enthusiasm really inspired my interest in geophysics. This was also at a time when major advances in computing and electronics for enabling were rapidly changing the face of the geophysics industry. It was a perfect environment for enabling significant improvements in data quality, instrument portability, acquisition efficiency, and data processing software. I was very fortunate to have been involved in an exciting field of endeavour that soon became my passion. And I guess I've always liked the concept that if your passion can become your work, you really never have to work again. These developments, of course, that I've been involved with have been very much a team effort, though it's not something that I could do by myself. I'm so grateful for the encouragement and significant technical support I've received from so many of my fellow students, colleagues, and staff. I'm particularly grateful to my business partners, John Stanley, Ed Campbell, Steve Griffin, Mark Donaldson, Lucas Heap, Keith Matthews, and Steve Billings for their unwavering support and expertise over many years. I'm also indebted to the amazing staff of GAP Geophysics for supporting and sharing our vision through what have been some very volatile and extremely challenging times. For the last 40 years, my closest partner and greatest support, of course, has been my beautiful wife, Fong. Many of you will have dealt with Fong in her capacity as GAP's accountant. I'm sorry to say that Fong isn't here to share this happy occasion. She passed away last October after a long and courageous battle with leukemia. But I know that she would have been very proud and grateful if she was here today. Just finally, one of Fong's lasting legacies to our family and friends is the constant reminder of just how short and precious life is. I'll just ask you all to remember to make every day count and cherish your time with those that you love. Thanks very much.
Thanks very much, Malcolm. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can we move to the next slide, please? In 2019, then President Dr. Ted Tyne sought to identify an ASEG member or members who had contributed above and beyond the level of what would be seen as a significant contribution to ASEG over many years. The aim was to create one or more extraordinary awards marking ASEG's 50th anniversary to be awarded to such members to recognise their major commitment to the Society and to the exploration geophysics industry in Australia. Today, I'm pleased to announce that following a recommendation from the Honours and Awards Committee, the Federal Executive has approved this special award to two prominent and distinguished members of the Society for exceptional and highly distinguished contributions to the ASEG, the profession and the broader community, resulting in wide recognition across the geoscience community. Next slide, thanks. The first of these recipients is Catherine McKenna from Western Australia. Catherine receives this award in recognition of her distinguished contributions to the profession and to the ASEG over many years, through modernising and expanding the use of geophysics and for her hard work for the safety and well-being of geophysicists. She is a vocal and international advocate for the ASEG. She's passionate about the Society and has had many behind-the-scenes roles, as well as being ASEG Federal President in 2016-2017. Catherine has over 30 years of experience in the minerals and energy sector, including more than 15 years in senior management roles. She is nationally and internationally recognised as an expert in mineral exploration and for her significant contributions to safety. She is a leader in Australian and international exploration geophysics and has led the mineral industry with world-leading capabilities, which have had a significant impact on exploration in Australia. She is currently Principal Geophysicist, BHP Mineral Exploration, delivering geoscientific advice and services to a major global company. Catherine has always been driven to create and develop best practices in design, safety, application, modelling and interpretation of geophysics methods. She's worked on hundreds of exploration projects in Australia and overseas. One of her unique skills is her vast knowledge base and how to utilise geophysical acquisition systems, software, modelling and interpretation to map, identify and model different geological systems. She has been influential throughout her career in introducing the broader geoscientific community to the application of geophysics. Catherine embodies the ideal member for a society such as ASEG. Career-long active support and involvement with the society has included roles as Federal President and Vice President, Federal Committee Member and Membership Committee Chairman, and ASEG Conference Committees. Catherine's contribution to the society and industry have not been formally recognised by the ASEG in the past, and the recommendation to honour her with this special award marking the 50th anniversary of the society is a due and fitting recognition of her distinguished contributions and career achievements over many years. Congratulations, Catherine. Would you like to say a few words?
Thanks, Kate. Sorry, we apologise. We're having a technical difficulty with the video, so you can't see the room we're in with a number of other members and colleagues from BHP. But I've got to say, I'm incredibly humbled and a little overcome to be presented this award. And I'd also like to thank the Honours and Awards Committee and the ASEG Federal Executive and all those mystery people that nominated me. I don't know who you are, but we'll find you somewhere and offer you a drink. I'm proud to be a part of the ASEG and the geophysical community. And it's just great that I have had this opportunity to contribute to the society in such a small way. Thanks, Kate.
Thank you very much. Certainly not a small way. It's a great contribution. Thank you. Okay. Next slide, please. The other recipient of this special award is Dr. Mark Lackey, a long-standing member of the New South Wales branch who has recently relocated to Victoria. This award recognises Mark's outstanding contributions for over 40 years to the profession of geophysics through teaching, research and mentoring students, and to the ASEG through publications, chairing major conferences and collaborations with other geoscientists. He has been a very active and committed member of the New South Wales branch throughout his career and has the record as the longest serving president of the branch from 2007 to 2020. Mark was the co-chair of the ASEG's 21st International Conference and Exhibition held in Sydney in 2010, and he also co-chaired the inaugural AEGC held in Sydney in 2018. In this capacity, he played a pivotal role in bringing together a diverse array of professionals from all areas of geophysics, geology, geochemistry, and remote sensing. Mark helped take us from 3 separate communities, the ASEG, AIG, and PISA, into a new era of collaboration between professional geoscientists. Mark has especially made and continues to make an enormous contribution to the society and the profession through his role as Editor-in-Chief of Exploration Geophysics since 2009. In his time overseeing the journal, he has enhanced the quality of content and increased its impact factor. He has also played a critical role in transforming the journal from mainly Australian content to become a leading international journal in our field. Mark has taught generations of undergraduate and postgraduate geophysicists at Macquarie University, leaving an enduring mark on a large number of young professionals in the Australian geoscience community. Mark has produced excellent quality graduates that have gone on to successful careers in the environmental sector, mineral exploration, hydrocarbon exploration, government and academia. Furthermore, by teaching the fundamentals of geophysics to students from other disciplines, Mark has created generations of scientists across many fields who are literate in geophysics. Mark's extraordinary contributions to the society and to education over 40 years have been previously recognised by the ASEG with the award of Honorary Membership in 2016. However, his ongoing commitment since then to ASEG publications, conferences, and the New South Wales branch have represented further outstanding achievements and commitment to the profession and the ASEG. It is very fitting to honour Mark on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the Society with this special award, as further recognition of his outstanding achievements and ongoing contributions to the ASEG and to the profession over many years. Congratulations, Mark. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Next slide, thank you. The Lindsay Ingall Memorial Award honours the memory of ASEG founding member Lindsay Ingall for his capacity to cross geoscience boundaries and for his enduring commitment to assist geoscientists across Australia. It is awarded to an individual who has actively promoted geophysics to the wider community. Next slide, thank you. For this year, the award is made to Doug Morrison from Sydney. This award recognises Doug's active promotion of the science, technology, practice and history of geophysics, particularly airborne geophysical surveying, well beyond the bounds of the exploration, geophysics and service industries. The award acknowledges his authorship of many non-geophysical science and aviation histories, and in particular the most recent ASEG 50th anniversary special publication. For more than 50 years, Doug has been widely acknowledged and respected as an expert in data processing and technical leadership of airborne geophysical surveying around the world. He has managed or contributed to airborne geophysical survey mapping in Australia and overseas. Doug's generous knowledge sharing and his positive guidance and mentorship of early career professionals, as well as his active promotion of the science of geophysics and its practice, has been much valued by professionals in the exploration, aviation, and surveying industries. He is well known and highly regarded in those parts of the international aviation industry that have forged the developments in technologies, practices, and innovations used in the wide range of aerial surveying and mapping around the globe. In recent years, Doug has written several science and aviation histories that have been published in a variety of scientific and aviation publications. He has published articles regularly in ASEG's Preview magazine, covering Australia's early history of geophysical surveying. His extensive listing of Preview articles has captured wide attention in education and community circles and built the awareness of exploration geophysics and the ASEG well beyond the exploration industry. In 2012, Doug received an ASEG Service Certificate Award for Distinguished Service by a member to the ASEG, recognising Doug's service, contributions and loyalty to the ASEG through sustained support of New South Wales branch activities, his regular contributions to ASEG publications and mentoring junior geophysicists. Doug's many contributions, crowned by his new book, the 50th anniversary special publication of the ASEG, will continue to showcase the ASEG and exploration geophysics to a broad global readership. Because of his consistent long-term promotion of geophysics, particularly airborne geophysical surveying to the wider community, Doug Morrison is an exemplary recipient of the ASEG's Lindsay Ingall Memorial Award. And just a quick note on the book, that should be available very, very shortly through our website. So congratulations, Doug. And if you'd like to say a few words.
I really do appreciate being awarded Lindsay's, an award in memory of Lindsay. I first met Lindsay 59 years ago this month, and that's a long time ago. We worked together on many surveys all over the place for years and years and years. He was a great friend, and I really appreciate being nominated and being given this award. It means so much to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. Well deserved. Okay. Next slide. Thank you. This award is based on an endowment made by members of the ASEG in memory of the late Grahame Sands. Because of Graham's abilities to turn scientific theory into innovative application, the award is made for innovation in applied geophysics through a significant practical development of benefit to Australian exploration geophysics in the field of instrumentation, data acquisition, interpretation, or theory. Next slide, thanks. The Grahame Sands Award for 2021 is presented to Professor Lesley Wyborn from Canberra in recognition of her initiation of the Mineral Systems Framework concept and her long-standing contribution to the FAIR principles, findable, accessible, interoperable, and readable data principles as applied to geoscience data. Both concepts are pivotal to the current mineral exploration landscape and underpin major Australian initiatives by federal and state governments and exploration companies. Her recent work in geoscience data standards lays the foundation for future machine learning and artificial intelligence approaches to geoscience data. Her work ensures future competitiveness and success of mineral exploration in Australia and paves the way for the prosperity of our nation. Lesley is currently Honorary Professor at the Australian National University, following a long and distinguished career as a geoscientist, initially at the Bureau of Mineral Resources and subsequently as a research scientist, information management scientist, and senior geoscience advisor at Geoscience Australia. Lesley was one of the first geoscientists to put a systems approach into a GIS-driven prospectivity analysis, enabling the foundation for subsequent GIS-based concept-driven methods as part of regional scale analysis. Lesley's work has affected the way industry is approaching prediction and detection of new ore systems. In more recent times, Lesley's work has gravitated towards enabling geoscientists to better utilise publicly available data and computational facilities. With geophysicists collecting data at ever-increasing paces, the role of data management systems and adhering to the FAIR principles of data have become increasingly important. Lesley has made many outstanding contributions to the field of geoscience. She's worked hard to make geophysics a more diverse and inclusive workspace, often encouraging contributions to national and international conference sessions focused on these matters. In addition, she works to ensure Australian perspectives and priorities on diversity, equity and inclusion are considered in international initiatives by consulting broadly in her roles on the AGU Diversity and Inclusion Advisory Committee. She also has represented Australia in a panel to understand international perspectives on inclusive science priorities and opportunities from different regions of the world, and to discuss local priorities for scientists in their respective countries. Although Lesley has been recognised with awards in other fields, it seems prudent that the Australian geophysics community give Lesley the recognition she deserves for her work that has led to a change in our approach to mineral exploration and the management of geoscience data. It is with much pleasure that the ASEG now recognises Lesley's outstanding and innovative contributions with the Grahame Sands Award. Congratulations, Lesley. Would you like to say a few words?
Well, thank you, Kate. When you and Andrew contacted me, I was just overwhelmed, overcome, stunned mullet, and humbled by the offer of this. But what means more to me is the fact that, if I'm going to be frank with you, I find working in data dead boring, mind-numbing, and so exacting and very controversial and argumentative. But really what we've been trying to do all these years is have the light on the hill as mineral systems analysis and enable data, particularly geophysical data, to be machine actionable and used in the minerals exploration industry. And I'd like to thank those people in mineral systems who have been that light on the hill: Rick Valenta, Vic Wall, Mark Hinman, and David Cook, just to name a few. Because then going back and trying to get the data sorted out so we could do what their aspirations were was really worthwhile. And I thank the Society for recognising the dual components of my lifetime career. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thanks very much, Lesley. Congratulations. Next slide, thanks. The Early Achievement Award acknowledges significant contributions to the profession at an early stage in a person's career, by way of publications, professional work, or contributions to the ASEG by a member under 36 years of age. Next slide, thanks. The Early Achievement Award this year is presented to Dr. Stanislav Glubakovsky, formerly from the WA branch, for his innovative work in seismic reservoir characterisation and monitoring, his commitment to the profession, and his extensive publication and presentation record over his short career. Stanislav, or Stas as he prefers, is currently a career earth scientist at Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory in California, USA. After gaining a PhD in geophysics from the Moscow State University in Russia in 2012, he joined Curtin University's geophysics team as a research fellow in 2015. He was promoted to senior research fellow in 2017. He joined the Berkeley lab at the end of 2020 to lead that lab's effort in a multi-million-dollar, multi-institutional research program funded by the US Department of Energy. His research work has involved theoretical and practical aspects of seismic reservoir characterization and all aspects of rock physics, seismic inversion, active and passive monitoring, and machine learning. During his 6 years at Curtin University, he co-authored 35 peer-reviewed papers in international journals in geophysics, acoustics and mechanics of materials, 1 patent and 15 major scientific reports, which made Stanislav an internationally recognized scholar. Stas has also strived to serve his professional community. He served on the technical committee for AGC 2019 in Perth, where he was responsible for the seismic reservoir characterization stream. At the same conference, he co-organised a pre-convention workshop on opportunities and applications for machine learning in exploration geophysics. He has been an active and enthusiastic member of organising committees at ASEG, EAGE and SEG annual meetings. He has also served as an associate editor of Exploration Geophysics and Geophysics. Stas is a high achiever for one just at the forefront of his career and a very worthy recipient of the Early Achievement Award, which includes a $2,500 contribution to the recipient in recognition of their achievement. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Kate.
No.
Can I say a few words?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. It's quite overwhelming. I mean, especially receiving such a recognition from my Australian peers when I'm already relocated to California and I'm missing Australia so badly. So when I moved to Perth in the beginning of 2015, I never thought that I would be, receiving such an award. And so, but then I spent 6 beautiful years working with my colleagues at Curtin University, and I really want to thank them for all this beautiful work that we've done together. I won't be able to name all of my colleagues, but I really want to mention a few of those. So Professor Boris Gurevich and Maxim Lebedev for giving me a chance to scrutinize the physics of frogs. Then Professor Roman Pevsner for all this beautiful work for monitoring CO2 storage at the Otway. And my colleagues from CSIRO, James Gagnon, Tess Dance, and Marina Pervuchina. So it was really a pleasure working with all of these guys. And yeah, I'm really happy. Thank you so much. Thank you.
No worries. Congratulations. Next slide, thanks. The Shanti Rajagopalan Memorial Reward is presented for the best paper published in exploration geophysics by a student member prior to each conference. The award is named in memory of the late Dr. Shanti Rajagopalan, who passed away in 2010. Shanti was one of the most respected members of the ASEG and was well known for her outstanding contributions to the geophysical profession and to the ASEG. This award was established in the honour of Shanti in 2013 to encourage technical excellence by our student members. This year, there were 3 papers which were in close contention for the award. 2 of these are highly commended and each will receive a $500 prize. Of these, next slide, thank you. Of these highly commended, the first of these was written by Xuyen Ren, co-authored with James McNay and Lachlan Hennessy. And the second highly commended paper was by Blair Mackenzie, as indicated on the slide. Congratulations to you both on your highly commended. Next slide, thank you. I have much pleasure in announcing that the 2021 winner and recipient of the Shanti Rajagopalan Memorial Award and a $1,000 prize is Joel Kumwenda for his paper co-authored with Mark Lackey entitled Geophysical Interpretation of the Geology of the Stanthorpe Region Using Aeromagnetic Gravity and Radiometric Data. Congratulations to you all on your awards. Next slide, thank you. Okay. I'd like to take the opportunity at this time of mentioning the new scholarship set up by the ASEG Research Foundation, which has been established to support geophysics and master's students and to commemorate the life and work of ASEG Gold Medal recipient Richard Lane, who sadly passed away in January this year. The scholarship is open to all BSc Honours and MSc Geophysics students and consists of a grant of $5,000 to the best ranked student for the current year. The scholarship will be an annual event and donations to support the continuation of this scholarship are sought from institutions, companies and individuals. I'm very pleased to announce the winner of the inaugural Richard Lane Scholarship is Zach Weidinger from the University of Tasmania. Zach is undertaking an honours degree in geophysics on time-lapse or 4D geophysics to image and characterise changes in internal flow paths within an acid-producing tailings dump. Further details of the scholarship and Zach's research work will be published in the October issue of Preview. Congratulations, Zach. Next slide, thank you. ASEG Service Medal. The ASEG Service Medal is awarded for outstanding and distinguished service to the ASEG over many years. Next slide. The recipient this year is Danny Burns in recognition of his outstanding and distinguished service to the ASEG for almost 40 years, including as state branch committees, conference organising committees, and the federal executive, in particular in the role of federal treasurer in recent years. Danny joined the ASEG in 1982 and has been an active and supportive member throughout his career. He was an active member of the Queensland and Western Australia branch executives, undertaking president, secretary, and treasurer roles in both of these states. On his return to South Australia in 1993, he was a member of conference organising committees for the 1995, 2003, and 2009 Adelaide conferences, for which he has chaired the technical program and the sponsorship committees. In 2015, Danny joined the ASEG's federal executive, assuming the role of treasurer in 2016. Danny's consistent leadership and contribution as the ASEG treasurer and as one of the ASEG's 4 directors was exemplary, bringing the highest level of economic and financial planning, budgeting and governance oversight of the Society's operations. In 2018, Danny took on the role of Publications Chair in addition to Treasurer and was responsible for the development of the ASEG's major call for tenders and successful selection of a new publisher for the Society's publications. During this time, he also worked tirelessly on building productive partnerships with PISA and AIG to deliver successful business and financial outcomes for the AEGC 2018 and 2019 conferences. Over the past 5 years, Danny's support, guidance, and mentoring to ASEG's executive members and his proactive and collaborative working style on the federal executive and with the ASEG Secretariat has been outstanding. In stepping down from the role of ASEG Treasurer in 2021, Danny has put into place practical financial management planning, operational processes, and guidance documentation to assist incoming treasurers. It is most fitting that Danny's outstanding contributions to the ASEG over almost 40 years are now recognised with this service medal. Congratulations, Danny. Did you want to say a word or two?
Yeah, thank you, Kate. I almost wish I met the guy you just described. It's actually...
I've met him, he's a good guy.
It's actually been a pleasure and an honour helping this society. It's obviously from these awards and from where it is at the moment in the conference that's going on, despite all the problems, it's a very healthy society and a very professional society, and I'm very pleased to have had a small part to help put it along. So I encourage everyone, there are a lot of grey hairs on the list looking down the participants today. I will encourage everyone to encourage young guys to participate. We do have a number of them on the FedEx at the moment, and that's great to see. We need more people joining in from the younger brigade. All the best, and thank you, Kate.
Thank you, congratulations. Next slide, thanks. An ASEG service certificate is awarded to Fiona Duncan from Brisbane. The award is in recognition of Fiona's distinguished service to the ASEG through a commitment to and active involvement in Queensland branch activities over many years, including 8 years as Queensland branch president. Fiona is a Queensland-based petroleum geophysicist and has been an ASEG member for 22 years. During that time, she led the Queensland State Branch as president for an outstanding 8 years from 2010 to 2017. This is the longest serving tenure of any president in Queensland and represents a significant contribution to the Queensland branch and to the ASEG. During her tenure as president, Fiona worked hard behind the scenes with her branch executive to ensure the Queensland branch remained active and connected. The regular technical meetings were moved to an excellent auditorium at the Castlemaine Brewery in Milton, proving to be a very popular move for members, with many well-attended meetings from then on. Fiona has also helped organise regular social activities for the ASEG membership, providing a great platform and opportunity for ASEG members to connect. I have great pleasure in presenting this ASEG service certificate to Fiona for her commitment and outstanding contributions to the Society. Congratulations, Fiona.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that recognition by everybody.
No worries. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you. Next slide. Thank you. Okay. ASEG Honorary Membership. I am very pleased to announce the award of honorary membership to Greg Street from Perth in recognition of his significant and distinguished contributions for over 4 decades to the geophysics profession, and especially to the ASEG, through his long-standing support and active involvement with and leadership of the federal executive committees and conferences. Greg has been working with geophysical systems in mining, groundwater and environmental applications for over 40 years, and his professional career has spanned corporate, government, education, contracting and consulting organisations in many diverse roles. His broad and varied contributions to the field of geophysics can be demonstrated by his Engineering Excellence Award in 2001 from the Institute of Engineers for his study of leakage from irrigation channels using geophysics, and more recently by co-founding a WA company which has successfully developed a new instrument to map electrical conductivity in the near surface. Greg has been an active and supportive member of the ASEG since 1977. He has been involved on both state and federal executives in some form of management at the committee member, secretary or president level throughout his career. Greg was a committee member of the WA branch over many years, and he served on the federal executive from 1987 to 1992 and again from 2012 to 2018. He has been honorary secretary of the society and federal president twice, from 1989 to 1990 and 2014-2015, and a committee chair on several occasions. He's also been chairman of the Perth ASEG conference in 1987 and on the organising committee of the Perth conference in 2007. Greg also sat on the committee of the Australian Geoscience Council from 1993 to 1995. And in addition, he has been an associate editor of Exploration Geophysics since 2000 to the present. In 2001, Greg was awarded the inaugural ASEG Lindsay Ingall Memorial Award for the promotion of geophysics to the wider community for his work in educating the environmental and farming sectors about geophysical solutions to salinity and groundwater problems. During his long career, Greg has been a mentor to many young professionals, and in particular very supportive of female geoscientists, creating opportunities for women at a time when it was difficult for them to establish a foothold in the profession. To acknowledge these outstanding contributions to the profession and to the ASEG over many years, the ASEG is pleased to confer the award of honorary membership to Greg Street. Congratulations, Greg. Would you like to say a few words?
We have the next slide. Next slide, please.
Oh, yes.
Right. I, like Danny, would encourage young people to be involved, because I like to think that I got more from the ASEG than than I gave to it, and it's been fun, and yeah, I would do it all again. Thank you.
Well done, Greg.
It's good to hear. Great. Thanks, Greg. Congratulations. Okay, next slide, thanks. I'm pleased to also announce the award of honorary membership to Henk van Paarden from Brisbane in recognition of his passionate and distinguished contributions over 35 years to the profession of geophysics, and in particular to the ASEG through his long-standing support and active involvement with both state and federal executive committees, publications and conferences. Henk's professional work has incorporated the planning and interpretation of land seismic surveys throughout Australia and overseas. He has worked in many geological environments across the petroleum, coal and mineral industries, initially as a company geophysicist and for more than 20 years as a consultant geophysicist, working for coal, petroleum, geothermal and minerals clients. Henk is highly regarded as a prominent expert for coal in the Bowen Basin. He has been mentoring graduates and staff for many years, and since 2010, he has created and runs workshops on seismic and related topics. Henk's involvement with the ASEG goes back to 1984, during which time he served continuously on the Queensland Branch Committee, including 2 years as branch president until 1996, when the federal executive moved from Melbourne to Brisbane. Henk was the chief instigator and organiser of the new federal committee, so it was no surprise that he was unanimously voted to take over as federal president in 1996. During his time on the federal executive, he took on the onerous role of preview editor and continued in this role until late 1999. Henk has been very involved in other ASEG activities over the years. In 1992, he was co-chair of the ASEG Gold Coast Conference and has also served on the Continuing Education Subcommittee. Henk was awarded an ASEG Service Certificate in 1998 for his distinguished contributions to the ASEG to that time. In 2010, Henk took up an active role once more as Queensland Branch Treasurer, a position that he held for 8 years. During this time, he was instrumental in keeping the society in Queensland active during difficult times in the industry, and he played a large part in mentoring and handing over the reins to a new generation of geophysicists. The ASEG is very pleased to confer the award of honorary membership to Henk van Paarden in recognition of his outstanding contributions to the profession and the ASEG over many years. Congratulations, Henk.
Thank you very much, Kate. I'd also like to thank the ASEG and the people that nominated me and repeat what Danny and Greg have said. I got a lot of pleasure from the work, and the pleasure, I think, is still there for the younger members of our society to follow in our steps and get involved. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Congratulations. That brings us to the end of the awards today that we have to present. So thank you everyone for joining me. And I would love everyone to turn their cameras on and to hear your loudest claps and cheers for these outstanding recipients and all of their amazing achievements, the ASEG Honours and Awards. So well done and congratulations, everyone.
Well done, everyone.